guys, today we're going to be having a look at the Drocon CYCLONE X708W. This is a Wi-Fi FPV version. Today we're going to be doing the flight test and final review on this today. So stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, we'll go ahead now and get our Wi-Fi set up to the drone. And what we're going to do is go ahead to our settings, open up our settings, go to connections. And we can see that it is already connected there, so we do have Wi-Fi to our wireless device to get our FPV. And we're going to go back out of that into our home screen. I have a drones folder, so we'll tap on that. We'll tap on the Drocon. And we can see on the Drocon app we have a couple different options on here. We can either monitor our flight by just using the camera feed, or we can actually go ahead and control our drone right directly from the app, which I think is kind of cool. So you don't have to worry about having your remote with you. You can actually go ahead and control it directly from your phone. Keep in mind though, if you do that, you're probably going to lose a substantial amount of range with this. So if we're just talking about doing a little selfie stuff, which this is kind of designed for selfie and you know, short range flights and FPV, yeah, then that would be fine to use. But we're going to go ahead and use the monitor section on here because we're going to be using the controller, and we can see right now that we definitely do have Wi-Fi feed here. And we'll go ahead and set the drone back down on the level surface. Next thing we're going to be doing is going ahead and turning on our transmitter. And with the transmitter on, we are going to take our throttle up and then down, and we should be bound, and we are. So let's go ahead and get this thing in the air. Alright, we are at our first speed range right now, so let's take it up. I've got a wind coming from my back. I should be flying into the wind, so I should actually be starting from the other side, but we're gonna tempt fate today and go ahead and take this up in our first range, first speed rate. You can see very docile. I'm going to keep it kind of in today. I'll go ahead and start the video on here. So we are recording video. I'll bring it back my way. Very docile, nice for capturing video. So we'll just fly it around a little bit here in front of us. There's the yaw rate in first. You see the yaw. Let's bring it back over here again. Very easy to fly, guys. Nice stable flyer with this bird. And I'll show you the yaw rate again. Let's bring it in. See, it's fighting the wind, but we got a lot. We got probably about a 7 or 8 mile an hour wind working us today. The yaw rate, very slow, very docile. We'll bring it over this way again, and we're going to click it up into second speed. So we'll go ahead and hit the speed button up on top here. Now we have second speed. You can see we have quite a bit difference in the way the bird reacts, in the reaction time from the stick to the bird here. And the yaw rate has increased, and you can see that wind working this little bird here. It's a lightweight bird, so we're going to keep it in kind of close today to show you guys the flight here. We got some overcast happening here too, so I hope this video is coming out okay, guys. But this does do flips, so let's bring her down a little bit and I'll show you guys the flips on this thing here. Bring her in closer. Oops. Bring her in closer again. We've got to hold that button down. I didn't hold it, so. There's a front flip. And let's bring her a little bit closer here. We'll do a rear flip. Okay. And you have to hold that button. That flip button has to be held down. It's right up on the right shoulder here. I've got this one marked because I've got so many drones that I'm testing or trying to get tested. I need to make sure they're all marked so I know what's what. So let's bring her down a little bit, and we'll go ahead and do left flip. Bring her down farther over this way again, and we'll do a right flip. So flips are working. Everything seems to be working in that respect on this bird. Let's bring her back over here, and we're going to try some headless mode here. So let's bring her back. And our base heading was over here. So, headless mode. We are now in headless mode. So now we can yaw left or right. Oh, maybe we're not in headless mode. We are not. Okay, let's bring her back again. Let's try that again. Pretty responsive in the second speed rate, guys. Fighting this little wind pretty good. So let's go ahead and bring her down again. And I think it's going to be a long press. Bring her back. Long press on that same key. And I think we're in headless mode now. Yep, and we are. Here we can see that I've got it yawing in the air. And the headless mode seems to be working. We have left, forward, and reverse. And you can see that the bird it doesn't matter which way the nose is pointed on this quad. The headless mode seems to be working fine. So let's go ahead and get out of that. And we are now out of headless mode. Nope, no, we're not. Let's long press it again. There we go. Now we're out of it. Let's get her back down over here again. That wind is really working it today, guys. Bring her down. This also has a one key to return feature. We'll go ahead and test that in a second here. And I believe you have to be in a headless mode to use that, so let's bring her back. Let me see if I can get some trim on here, guys. We're working this wind. That's our yaw trim, I think. Let's see. And that's definitely our yaw trim. Let's bring it back this way. See if we can correct that. Yeah, it's yawing all kind of crazy now. So let's bring her in. I'm going to bring her in a little bit, see if we can get that yaw corrected. All right. All right, let's bring her in. Make sure we're not losing her today. Let's get our roll. There we go. I was hitting the wrong one. I was hitting the yaw trim by accident, so it's no fault of the bird. That's just me being a Dumbo. So let's bring her down a little bit here. Bring her back towards me and get it back into headless mode again. Let's see, do I have LVC already? I shouldn't. Do I? It appears that I do have LVC. So let's bring her down. I'll get another battery in here and we'll continue this. And we're going to try a return to home. So let's go ahead and take her out this way. And one key return. And she's coming back. So it definitely works. It's not something that is going to bring it directly back to your starting spot. Let's try it one more time. Return to home. All right, now we're not getting it now. So we might have LVC. I'm going to bring her back this way and take a look. See what we have for battery. Okay, so I definitely have some issue here. I think what I did was turned off I turned off my signal lights here. So what I want to do is get her down to this point here and see what happens when we turn off our transmitter. So we'll get her in range here so I'm not having to chase it too far. And we'll go ahead and transmit her off. And you can see she comes right down. That's kind of a good feature, guys. So we're not worried about flyaway so much with this guy here.